So this is the outside unit that you got?
This is the pt2 1 horsepower chiller with heating elements inside of it. So it's on a basis of how you want to basically set it up on the aspect of heat in wintertime. If it gets down, it'll heat it up. Summertime, if it gets hot, it'll cool it down. And it's a little bit of overkill, but it is outside, and that's why I put the circulation fan in it, just so you wouldn't have dead heat in it. And
we say it's about 4 or 5 feet wide.
You mean
the base, the whole chiller unit.
You mean the whole thing? Or
Yeah.
just, I mean from here down to there, I'd say it's about 4 feet.
Okay.
And it comes to that, and I think this, if I'm correct, the stand is just
fastened to the
Tapcon. Fastened to the wall, and I could work something out with my guys to just take the whole thing. You know.
And this is just where you have your tank built up.
Yeah.
And that's for the purpose of keeping it off the ground.
Right. It's up off the ground because the factor is we're at the lowest area here, and it does flood, and it's easier to get up at it this way to see it than being it down on the ground. And it comes out, and this is your drain line that drains it out, that's going out there. You turn this back, closing it, and clean it out or whatever you want to do, and you flush it. And what's inside of this is an actual mixing pump, which the mixing pump sucks it up to do the circulation to mix the salt and do everything. If you have to, do your water test on the factor of alkalinity or pH to just make sure everything's all right, because everything's be different on the basis of what water's going inside of it. So basically what happens, it goes in, it goes through the RO, it comes out here, and there's an automatic float valve inside of here. You open this up, it's scumming out, there's just water because of the,
and that's the float valve to know where it needs to
be full, and that's at 200 gallons. And I put this water in before Isaac was coming, because if it didn't have water in it, it'd be blowing all over the bloody place. So you just flush it out, take your brush and flush it out, and that's the other thing that's nice, when the salt and everything's in there, the water is, then you turn this on, which is your other chiller. This here is the chiller just for the mixing tank. It's made by a company called Artico. That's a 1/4 horsepower.
And you only use that when you're actually filling this up?
Yeah, what you do is you put this in, because I don't like salt getting into the cooling coils of the actual chiller. So you do your mix and everything else, and when you get that mix, then you turn that on if you want to do it, because you'll see after a period of time while you're doing it. And what I do is just turn the chiller on right when you've got enough water to keep the circulation on, because if not, it just takes that much more to chill it down, because you know how it is, the sun's going to come in here and it's going to get the water up to like 90 degrees without any problem.
Okay.
But as long as you keep this set at the same basis of the temperature in the tank, you flip that on, and say for an example, if you couldn't do it that day, that something happened, this water will remain itself. It'll do the whole situation, and if it came down a little bit, the auto flow goes on and it puts more water in.
Okay. What's that in the back?
The back is that's the thermostat for the heating system, the heating rod that's inside of it for the winter time, because if the water gets cold, which this with the same basis as that would keep the water to the temperature, just like the ones inside the chiller keep the ones in the tank in. So if the water's circulating and the water gets down below whatever percentage it is, the heaters turn on and keep your water at the same temperature.
So this is where it just drains here as well?
This is just a drain that, if you just want to, just do a dropout, but I always put it in, for example, is that for some reason a ball valve or something goes wrong. If you don't have this here, this is basically a backup is what it is. So if something goes wrong, it's not like you're going to come home and your tank's empty.
Okay.